isn't here.
Oi, I just started streaming.
Oh,
Oh,
which
don't worry.
is
No one heard nothing.
which is
How's it going, everybody? Don't worry about us.
which is Glycon.
Worry about Mytani though. You want to worry about that guy. Never trust him.
Yeah, no one trusts.
don't-
no one
don't-
trusts my Tawny.
That's not true. Everybody needs to trust only me.
That's what Yellow Rabbit said.
Yeah, and the Yellow Rabbit was lying. Oh, he's gone. He was a liar, pants on fire. Alright. So, the reveals don't start for about another 28 minutes. What do y'all want to do in the meantime?
Pearl insults sound very personal.
Personal insults?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the part where someone's meant to give a better idea, but no one's giving a better idea.
I don't know. I could play FNAF or something. You know what?
Hey, what's going on?
Let's do that.
What are we doing?
I'm
doing this. Where's like the actual stream? Is it on YouTube for Dead by Daylight?
yeah, it's currently on the Dead by Daylight streams on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Falco's also looking at it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
You guys got any theories, any hopes? Like, what do you want to see?
Springtrap, Mike Frightguard confirmation, Fazbear Frights.
You are not getting Fast vs. Frights. Where are you getting Fast vs. Frights?
No, like the location.
The location.
Oh. But
Jrazz brain rot over here.
I'm just hoping it's Springtrap. I don't think we're gonna get any Mike Guard or any Fury confirmation like that. The only way I could see them confirming Furies is if they do multiple skins. Like, say hypothetically for Springtrap, right? Let's say they're doing a presentation like, oh, we want William Afton has come in many different appearances. And you start showcasing like a redesigned Scrap Trap to be like more spooky. Maybe there's movie Yellow Rabbit. And like, let's say there's Burn Trap, right? And that would mean something. Same thing as like if Mike had a like a FNAF 3 themed skin or something like that.
Yeah.
I doubt the text boxes though are going to give any like all not confirmed lore.
I mean, they didn't give away some lore.
It might give some like background lore or characterization, but I don't think like you're going to see like William's text box saying after the death of his daughter in 1984. It's like I don't think you're going to get that.
I played FNAF World if you want to watch just before the actual thing starts.
But why don't you play like FNAF 3?
I want to play FNAF World.
Play
I'm not
FNAF.
watching. It'd be cool if it was kind of like a unique location. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, that would be sick. But I think it should be FNAF 3 location.
My pipe dream would be like a Pizzaplex location, but that's just never gonna happen.
It would not have been done as quick as it was if that was they were doing the Pizzaplex.
No, it doesn't matter about the size of like an inspiration of a location. It just like they just base the aesthetic off from the franchise and they build a map around it.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're building like Saul's factory and stuff. Like
yes, Century. This is in a separate group chat. Shoot, I'm about to die already.
Great job.
No.
No, we cannot.
Oh wait, I forgot I have 2 teams. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I like to see Springtrap and
I want to. You know what? Let's do Shadow Freddy, please.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It'd be kind of dope. Think about it.
I don't care about Shadow Freddy.
You don't care about the best character?
We will eat your soul.
Oh,
I do care about Springtrap.
I just want there to be like a set of skins that are there at launch. Like, ideally for me, would be Yellow Rabbit movie. Would be maybe I would love to redesign Scrap Trap. I mentioned I think it would be so cool if like they made Scrap Trap redesign for the game. And it's kind of like what Scott would have wanted him to look like. I would love that. And then like a Glitch Trap and a Burn Trap skin. And for Michael, I don't think he is the Fright Guard, but if he is, it would be cool to have a FNAF 3 skin. And if he's Fritz, then have like a FNAF 2 skin.
yeah.
Or maybe a FNAF 6 theme skin where he's wearing a mask.
FNAF 2 mask? I don't think we're gonna get FNAF.
No, it means like in
no,
Pizza
no,
Sim, right?
Oh, people assume like in the headcanon he wears like a mask, but I mean like there's the rumors that Springtrap would have an axe, which is debatable. Don't just assume it. But like if that happens, then it's like what stops if they're going to take that from like fan animations? I think they can take a mask.
Oh my gosh, they're making a Spring Bonnie Hex plushie.
They've been working on that for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know they were making the one from the movie.
Yeah.
So cool. I'm only just now seeing it because I'm watching Doko's live stream.
Wow, you're watching someone else's live stream?
Well, I don't need to watch our live stream because we're already like doing the live stream.
Yeah, well, I'm fighting Phantom Freddy, so yeah.
What am I supposed to respond to that with?
I don't know, it's Phantom Freddy.
So I'm also just on there because I want to see when Dako himself like reacts to it in case we're like a little late, like we don't realize it.
I don't think we'll have that issue. I'm paying attention to the time.
For you?
I am. Munchies. Who is the weakest character? Toy Freddy sucks. I would replace him.
I love Toy Freddy.
Yeah, well, he's weak.
You guys think Dead by Daylight is gonna tie into like anything else that we know of, like going on right now?
I doubt it.
Actually, here's a better question: is it gonna be in the timeline?
No, because what I was told is how it works is they pull characters out of the universe and into their universe.
That's how they all work.
I that's what I don't know, NTAlterra or someone or said.
Speaking of NTAlterra,
Hello.
Hey.
We are live right now, by the way.
Okay.
Just so you know.
What are you hoping from the chapter?
No idea really.
We're just gonna
There's-
go to bed.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Stupid yellow fish.
That's on the table, y'all.
Wait, what was that?
I said, that's on the table.
I know it's the most basic idea, but I really think Springtrap Killer, Mike Survivor, Fazbear Fright Location.
Frank's location, yeah.
I'm just like, how much are they going to reveal? Like, I don't think they're just gonna like show off everything. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Who here read up on like the leaks that were going around Springtrap?
Do not talk about leaks. Hate leaks.
I'm just wondering, did anyone here like end up
Some.
seeing those rumors?
I have not. No.
Supposedly, yeah. I just like find them hard to believe because if at least the story ones are true, like I genuinely have no idea what Scott's doing anymore.
Well, there was like, without going to specifics, Libra, there was like multiple different leakers all basically going to war over this dang chapter, about what was going on. And I mentioned like one of them involves like Springtrap having an axe, where it's like no one really believes like why would he have an axe? But
I could
then,
see him
like-
with a knife over an axe.
yeah, it's being based on the fact that all the SFMs like having him give Springtrap an axe, and there's a game in Roblox that like gives him an axe.
there'll be a lot of games.
It's interesting, and all these leakers were going to war, like voices power. It's just that one guy said that like it was going to confirm Burntrap was after, which I believe, but it's like, okay, bro, like this Scott's not going to confirm that in a DVD collab. I'm sorry to tell you, but like,
I mean, I could see Burntrap being like a skin for Springtrap or something.
That's one thing, but I think he was trying to say like it's straight up gonna reveal from a lore perspective story thing that Burntrap is actually William. And
Oh,
that's where, like, from my perspective, I don't even know what on earth Scott is doing anymore and what he is going for.
if Burntrap was a skin for William in the game, I actually would take that as a Burntrap, as like a Burntrap identity. But like that's why I don't think Burntrap will be a skin. Is that if it is Afton, then you know you'd be confirming it via a collab. If it isn't Afton, he'll be confusing people for no reason.
I mean, they could do a lot. They confirmed the Afton with 5 laps at Freddy's.
I'm just like, but like there's direct like shit in Ruin that like points towards the mimic being where Burntrap was. So like,
Right? That dreaded handprint.
handprint.
well, there's more than one.
The one on the vent.
Oh.
Yeah, there's 2.
There's 2. And there's not just that. There's like, oh, you know, yeah.
15 minutes.
It's
I
actually
think-
Nightmare Balloon Boy.
Not to like turn it into a freaking the theory war stream. I was just gonna say, I think there's a lot more for Burn Afton. I think the only real like strong burn mimic thing is the scratch marks. I think it's at the scratch marks. That's good evidence, but I think this is more for the other. But like, I just don't think Scott's going to either confirm that via collab or confuse people for no reason. Because you know, like, if Burn Trap was a scam, it's like a lot of people will take that as a Burn After thing. But like, assume that's not the case, then that'd be Scott confusing people for no reason. So that's why I don't think it would happen. Either way.
It's funny you say that because we don't even know if Springtrap will be in it. So even though we don't
Okay,
know
he
Be
very
real,
obviously
Mytani.
will
Be
be.
real, dude.
It's like
Obviously, he's gonna be in it. That's like, I think we can say that's gonna.
You're talking about Burn Trap showing up. It's like, well, it's not even said officially that Springtrap is in it. It's
Yeah, but like, who else are they gonna do?
Springtrap is
Literally, the
in it.
entire fandom is like, we want Springtrap.
I'm telling you, like, if anyone
Well, why
else,
even
They're
Springtrap?
obviously, it's obviously gonna be Springtrap.
I didn't say it wasn't. I just said it's not confirmed. It's gonna be confirmed in 15 minutes, which is gonna be nice. Less than that.
we're going to act like we're going to operate off it being Springtrap because it's pretty obviously Springtrap. So we're going to act
Yeah,
like
for
it's
real.
already confirmed.
You know,
Yeah,
one
I
of the
mean,
roles.
Burn Trap isn't gonna show up. I don't even know why we're talking about that.
Hold on.
Because it could be a skin. Like
It could be a skin, yeah.
If it's
It
Springtrap,
could be, but,
there are potentials
You
for
don't know
skin,
that.
which is normal for a licensed release to have.
It's
A
just
very-
strange that we're like waiting on it as if like this is something we know that's gonna happen.
Because
We'll
we
discuss
do
it
know.
as like as a possibility
You know
that
Burn
it
Trap's
could
gonna
be
show
a
up.
I know that Springtrap will.
It is
Okay,
a
I'm talking about
possibility
Burn Trap.
of a it is a
Burn Trap.
possibility
Even
that
though
there
they're
could
not
be
even in the
skins to
game.
Springtrap. There is the possibility there would be skins
Okay,
to
so
Springtrap.
like, where's Burn Trap? He's not
What?
gonna be in the game.
Dude, what are you?
Are you like?
What time I told you?
Are you like?
Are you baiting or something?
He's theorizing.
It's
based
either
on Burn
that
Trap
or
being
he's
in the
like
game.
stupid.
You guys are idiots because you guys are assuming that Burn Trap is gonna be in the game.
Hold on, none of
No,
us
we're not
assume. None of us
assuming.
assumed that.
Draz
We're
assumed
basic-
that.
No,
His
wait,
whole
what?
theory
What are you
is that
talking-
Burn
no.
Trap
Dude,
is
we're
in the
talking about
game.
freaking leaks.
Oh, you're so mad now. He's gonna be in the game. You want him in the game? I mean, if you
My
want him in
Chinese
the
rage
game,
baiting.
go
Okay,
Okay, yeah,
guys,
he's
let's
rage
go.
baiting.
Let's
It
go,
has to be
go.
rage bait at this point.
He's rage baiting.
Reddit fueled.
It literally is because you guys are not having any interesting conversations.
My Chinese rage baiting, just accepted it.
You guys are so easy.
But
to
nobody
deal
can
with,
talk
so-
anymore.
Let's talk about FNAF World.
I
No,
think
we're
I
talking
think
about Red Dead
I think Adventure Springtrap will be a skin in the game.
Please, I want it as a whole joke. Just make it plus trap. This
That would be
2-foot
amazing.
fucking- this 2-foot killer chasing me.
Wouldn't that be like amazing as like a Chucky skin?
You're hilarious.
But you
Oh,
know there would
right.
be times like that. Like Chucky, I'm pretty sure he's not in the game, right? Chucky, he's not in it. No, okay, I figured. But like,
Wait,
you can
what? I thought he was in the game. He
No,
is in the game. No, he is.
No. I don't know if he is or not.
No,
Chuck-
no. I remember he was after the game like years ago.
It's a mod.
No. I'm gonna prove all you wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's a mod.
it's, you know, if it is, then do you know there would be a how much would overall be if they added plus trap or Chucky?
Yes. Please, I mean, like they already got one short guy. Why not?
Yeah, I checked the store.
An
There's a
army of
Chucky
many-
chapter.
Oh wow. You're right. Okay. They should add Lonely Freddy then.
They should add Mr. Renner.
They
They
should
should. Let's add all the small ones. All the small people have an
It's-
army
it's
of
just
mini
Eleanor.
killers.
It's just Eleanor.
The fucking
That'd be so funny.
All in the basement.
No,
okay, I will admit that could make, from a visual standpoint, you could do some cool stuff with that, like do the freaky blood tentacle move thing and stuff. But like, that's about it.
Dude, like,
They're adding the Fredbear plug.
imagine,
Imagine it's Springtrap and the Fredbear plush is a Springtrap skin.
the big Springtrap skin. But I just like to imagine if it's like Eleanor, it's like, it's like they introduce like, and to Dead by Daylight, we're introducing a character from the Final Fantasy franchise. She's come to the games, and now she's very
dangerous.
powerful.
Don't.
She's very powerful and dangerous.
And you hear like the song in the background,
You
like,
hear, like, the cradles
I mean,
rip off.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually that doll in the basement in that one ending.
That one ending.
In Return to the Pit.
Oh, that one. Oh, Eleanor?
That's not Eleanor. They're described differently.
Not that differently.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty big detail is wrong.
What detail would that
I
be?
mean,
The nose and her cheeks.
It's either
it
that
clears up.
or like Circus Baby just shows up randomly.
I feel,
It's
I don't know,
clear-
maybe. But it does fit the Plush Baby description.
It's clearly meant to be a. What's the right word for it?
Nod.
I guess you could say it that, but it's. I guess you could use that term, but I wouldn't say it's. In fact, actually, just let me look up the exact definition to make sure it's right. It was more like. Not a metaphor, or
A parallel. He's trying not to say.
no, not a parallel. Just want to make sure this
Oh.
maybe like an analogy for her or something.
An analogy.
No.
You know, it's like it's supposed to like represent her, even if it's not literally her.
So a symbol.
No, that's a pretty simplistic way of putting it.
Just say it's a parallel.
I'm just saying,
It's a
man.
parallel.
They're going to
No,
introduce.
yeah, parallel makes it sound like if it's two separate things similar to each other when it's not. One is directly meant to be a representation of the other in like a similar fashion and stuff.
That's what a parallel is.
Well, as I said, oh my gosh, I'm saying that it is meant to be the same character, basically represented by.
Like a stand-in, you mean?
By a stand-in, right?
I think it just is
Yeah, this-
Eleanor.
I still think it's Eleanor because the people laughing, but it's just, they got the description wrong.
I think the idea is that he wanted to be a plush version of Eleanor, because I believe they were trying to like tell you that the like the scrap plushies, the baby plushies in the newer games that like could go and laugh away at you. I think they were trying to tell you that as Eleanor, and now the plushie was meant to be a hybrid of both, right? It's like it looks like Eleanor, but it looks like a plush baby.
But are you trying to imply that the plush babies disappearing and their pits and stuff is implying that Eleanor is still around?
Yeah, I think she was always meant to be. I think I'm not Fights game, but if I was, I'd still think she came around because you have also like, because Scott made Fury's range to like key security breach, and like mind you, right?
Oh, yeah,
Scott would have had like his vision of the story of security breach when he was making that game, right? And the last thing you see, that the build up to it, the file has that thing in the background where you have Eleanor in a healing pod.
It looks like her. It looks exactly like her too.
Yeah, so-
Elizabeth CEO. I'm just kidding.
I think.
I mean,
just ways of reading that. Either
you
like,
say it looks exactly like her. Not really. It's a humanoid baby, but that's really about it. Like, she doesn't have the long skirt, the long neck, the, you know, whatever. Like, it's kind of interpretable.
It does, yeah. It just looks like a slim woman.
Yeah.
oh come on, that totally looks like baby. I think the.
It's totally meant to be baby in some capacity, but I'm saying that it's saying it's totally meant to be Eleanor specifically is like where I'm just like a little iffy. If anything, I think the head and shape and stuff reminds me more of novel trilogy baby than Eleanor.
Well, Novel Trilogy Baby
That works.
looks different, but like it is kind of vaguely similar to Eleanor. We have like baby helping
Novel
Afton.
trilogy baby looks
Helping
a
Afton.
little. Well, when she's in like Charlie Bot 4 mode, yeah.
It's well, with that, it's like either way, Scott put that in there to tease the future game, so that would imply like baby in some way. This character is somewhat like to Scott's mind was relevant to these new games. So either you have baby as in either the AI or baby as in Elizabeth or Elizabeth and the AI are still around, or Eleanor, because all could fit as someone who would be damaged in like a pod, right? Because
I mean, with how much sister location stuff has been still being teased to this day and stuff, I would not be surprised if Scott still does intend for her to be a part of it in the future and come back somehow.
yeah, perhaps. I just thought something, Chris. Imagine they didn't reveal they're showing off Springtrap. They're like, Springtrap is joined by his arch nemesis in FNAF 3, Hudson Foster.
Actually, there is something I made last night because of the so I was telling it's me and Sandwich and some of the other guys on call were joking the other day that you know, about all the weird vague like references and things to sister location in recent FNAF media, like, you know, the final story of Tales being Didophobia, which is about circus babies and not the Plex. You know, its focus in Help Wanted 2, you know, like the potential connections with the Secret of the Mimic thing in the private room, the, you know, I think it's the plush babies and all their weird shit, like you said. And so I made this picture as let me get it up. I went into Sora AI and for fun I made this picture here.
Whoa, wait, you used AI? Cancel this person. Cancel.
Hey, I didn't use it to make money or anything. I just made this.
Isn't Siri technically an AI?
Technically.
So we've had AI in our phones all along.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, AI made that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
can tell.
It is 10:30. Give it up for 10:30.
We are waiting for the Dead by Daylight thing to start.
Give it up for day 15.
I love how like Vanessa like hands or brushing against grandma Craze at like as if like they're dating or something like that.
What?
Well, you guys see the thumbnail, right?
Let me see here.
Yes, we see it.
They're pretty smart, they're pretty clever for that one. Huh? You don't get it?
What? It's who's Springtrap's burnt skeleton or something?
Yeah, it's a burnt skull.
Oh.
They know what they're doing.
Also,
Wait, I think that's confirmation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far because this could just be something from the normal game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true, but like even the nose is gone. Like,
I just
well,
honestly
skulls don't normally have their noses. So.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight gonna start their shit?
Nope.
Engine.
They're actually gonna take the live down.
Mm-hmm.
They're like to say we got a Cawthon Scott Cawthon. We're canceling the
Dead
chapter.
by
No.
Late by Deadlight.
So it's funny, is this whole picture thing I made, the whole layout of it and everything is actually a reference to something that I know none of you guys or any of the guys I showed it to on a call last night knew what it was.
Late by Daylight.
No, for real. What is going on?
Well,
This is
this
normal.
happens in streams. This is normal.
Yeah, but does that happen with like big studios
I'm just telling you.
where
Like,
everything is
Matthew-
probably already like pre-recorded?
Like, Matthew Cote goes on the stream and he's like, I got some unfortunate news. Scott Cawthon has called us up and has told us that we are canceling a chapter. Sorry, we are ending the live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys,
In fact,
canceling
we're
it.
actually gonna. In fact, we actually, as a company, we went bankrupt, so we're taking all our games offline, effective immediately.
Yeah, he's like, we were going. He's like, goes on the stream like, we were going to present to you Springtrap, but we got a call from Scott Cawthon and he gave us a different idea.
Or they're like, we changed our minds.
So now we're gonna be
We're
collaborating
presenting
with
you Balloon Boy.
Actually, I'll do you one better. They're actually collabing with a Desolate Hope and not FNAF.
Survivors, the coffee pot.
The Desolate Hope. Love that.
But you know, I've seen people talk about like who else it would be. Not necessarily that it's not going to be Springtrap, but if they were to ever add in anyone else from FNAF, like who would it be? And like the biggest thing I saw people say would probably be, in terms of like probability, would be the Mimic.
Vanny was better.
Vanny will be a Springtrap skin.
Carl the Cupcake.
That could work. Well, hypothetically, you could use if you believe the Mimic was like is copying after. Then, like, can't the Mimic just be a Springtrap skin?
That'd be kind of...
Well, the Glitch Trap could be, or Burn Trap.
Well, I mean, like, if the Mimic, right, ignoring any theories, it's like, if the Mimic is just, like, presumably copying Afton to some extent, wouldn't it just, like, be easier to make him, like, a skin?
Well, I don't think the Endo's doing that.
No.
The program is, though.
Like, a branch of it is, yeah.
Like, I don't even want to get into it, but I'm a Burn Mimic person. And so I do think the Endo did that at some point. But, like, I mean, technically it could work as skin because technically, and when you look at it from that perspective, it is a form of a spring trap, even if it's technically not the same one in a way. But like that would cause confusion anyway and stuff. And I think just making the Mimic as a whole a spring trap skin doesn't make sense because obviously spring trap is gonna make you have certain powers and things and stuff like all DVD killers do, and I think just applying all those to the Mimic would kind of feel out of place. Or whatever.
Late by daylight.
Literally, it's been like 6 minutes. What y'all doing?
Oh, this happens.
Light.
Happens.
Yeah, this was posted in a Discord, but Dead by Daylight game director Matthew Cote says the team worked very closely with Scott Cawthon for the FNAF Phase chapter. We played the game, we watched the movie, like we tried to dig as profoundly into the material as we can.
Oh, ooh! Hopefully that means we get some like cool references and stuff in it to like different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone said like, imagine if we got like a Mimic-based chapter with like all the weird old costumes and shit, and like one of his abilities is like hiding in him. And says someone did like a whole like idea thing for it that was pretty cool.
Dude, what's really cool is that this freaking like chapter has if y'all been like in the DVD thing for years, you would know that the past couple of years the leaking community has exploded. Like every new chapter, everything there was like a billion leaks coming out. Those whole Discords dedicated with tens of thousands of people. The leaking scene was massive, and for the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter, like behavior nuked all the leakers, all their Discords. Copyright struck, taken down. The people posting leaks on Reddit blown up. And like all the leakers are now scared to post like their shit because now they're scared that behavior is gonna copyright check their Twitter account or something.
Good. I hate leaks.
Good.
Leaking's bad.
If only Scott and Co. cared enough to do that with the movie.
No, for real.
We know all the lore for every new book 3 months before it comes out.
Like you mean like 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
Yeah, no, 3.
Sometimes it is 3 months.
GGY,
I
for example.
Yeah, there was one that came out.
Well, you can't really stop that too much because it's not a matter of like a leak, but more so like these like bookstores just like getting it early. And so, like, if someone managed to get it. So it's not like you're not gonna copyright someone who like goes to the store and buys the book. It's like okay. Yeah. But like these are like people with like sources inside behavior who have built up massive clout. They built like these giant networks of like tens of thousands of people in a Discord dedicated to leaks and like behavior for like the Financial Phase chapter, just like nuked them all.
Yeah. That's so
late by daylight.
Five Nights at Freddy's is the chapter they finally just got them to take out every DVD.
Yeah, like Schmuckles, a YouTube DVD news, was like he thinks that Scott Cawthon must have like told them he wants absolutely no leaks. But
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
I'm not gonna lie, if I were Scott, I'd be living in fear.
For real.
I should have known because there's this DVD YouTuber called The King. He did an interview with Matthew Cote, and like in the interview, like Matthew Cote talked about leakers and like blah blah blah, and like oh no one, it's like they ruin everything. You should have known that like he's talking about the FNAF chapter, then he goes out and how like he wants to destroy leakers. We should have known he was going to nuke everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, some people think that that's why they announced FNAF as early as they did, even though they usually don't announce collabs that early, and that was just to make sure nobody leaked it before they announced it.
It was also a 10-year thing.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't blame Scott at all if he's living in fear of everything leaking at this point. At this point, I worry about that.
Me about the email Matthew Cote about Worcestershire.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so here's the thing. The original time of this of the thing they're supposed to be doing starting was 11, which would be 8 o'clock our time, or at least me and Libra's. So it's possible it's one of those things where it says starting soon, but it doesn't actually start until 30 minutes after it says it's time to start.
I love that.
That's a very weird way for them to do that.
Oh, it's a thing. Unfortunately, it actually happens. But yeah, so like it could be another 20 minutes or so.
I don't have 20 minutes.
You don't?
I guess I do, but
because I have to get ready and drive to work.
Oh.
Late by daylight. Jesus.
late by daylight.
Mid by daylight.
Dead by late. Dead by day late.
Dead
by
late
what?
daylight.
That's such a funny way of putting it.
Yeah, that shows you how much sleep I've got.
Who needs sleep? Sleep is for people who don't have testosterone.
Sleep is for the weak. Mercy is for the weak. Hi, Ayuub. We're waiting on Dead by Daylight to start their thing. And don't worry, Sentry. I've tried refreshing YouTube.
Yeesh. Can we just dead by daylight?
May have to completely.
Oh man. Oh, Dead by Daylight. What are we doing? You all right, Matt?
What?
I'm talking to the developer.
Wait. Did they just start?
Oh wait. It's starting.
There we go.
Finally.
Finally, mate.
Does someone want to like stream it so like everyone watches, or just all have it open on the browser stuff?
I have my screen share on.
Oh.
All right, now they've upgraded to the waiting screen for the next half an hour.
Lovely. They should have done this at 7:30.
Yep.
YouTube light mode.
Yeah.
Light mode is
This
kind of
as
crazy.
well,
I
where
won't lie,
sometimes
yeah.
it'll just have a waiting period after it says it's time to start, and then when it starts, it's just another waiting room thing for it to start.
Oh, look at that! Yes,
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Jesus Right. Why?
I love this.
Why did you guys do this 15 minutes ago? They gave them wait. They gave themselves time to give themselves more time.
Yes. Yep.
Hold on, let us take our time. To do what? To take more time. Why did they do the 15-minute thing?
Yeah, but I
15 minutes.
never
They gotta like
understand.
think of like some game to play. Just like think of something.
Hold up.
Time.
There's a.
I'm gonna add someone here.
I'm cleaning
I don't know if I can.
something else I watch is having a new like episode thing releasing tomorrow, and I was excited to watch people react to it. But you know, I know some people might still be talking about this, and then there's gonna be, let's not forget, there's also this Dawko interview with Steel tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So you know, people are gonna be talking about that as well. Fuck.
Super Saiyan Krakoa.
"13 minutes." And then it's gonna be like, alright, and now we're gonna announce the FNAF stuff in 30 minutes.
That's, I swear to God, they're gonna do that.
I like the music though.
Yeah.
What is eyewear for everyone? New season of Rick and Morty, May 25th. Oh yeah, apparently Dead by Daylight's on sale right now, so if you want to get it before the FNAF thing, but you want to get it for a cheaper price, get it before the 22nd of May.
Stage. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good.
Something going on with my dogs.
Oh?
Something's wrong. Like, very, very wrong.
Yeah, you haven't shown us FNAF
How can
yet.
this be happening?
Blackstone will be reborn.
Excuse me, the stream started and there's no FNAF.
Where's my Five Nights at Freddy's?
Well, also, I don't even think the stream is going to immediately start with FNAF because keep in mind the stream is for multiple different things they're doing.
Nope, it's only for FNAF.
It's all FNAF.
They're gonna
Yeah,
do
like
that
it's-
and then end the stream.
There's only two franchises in this world: Five Nights at Freddy's and Halo.
No, it's
Minecraft.
Five Nights at Freddy's and Dead by Daylight.
No.
Let me
Minecraft
find
and then
Twitter
Tetris.
what it said.
This is gonna change our lives. It's gonna
wonder
change our
what
lives more than
Ayuub
Chicken
is.
Jockey.
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Jockey? Chicken jockey.
Chicken
It says
jockey.
they're gonna be.
No, I said chicken jockey.
It says that it's gonna be a roadmap and QOL updates. Then it's gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's. And then it's gonna be upcoming collections. And then it's gonna be something called Choose Your Own Chapter.
Where's the chicken jockey chapter? Nine
Yeah,
more
someone
minutes.
Someone suggested the yellow rabbit could be another skin for Springtrap, which could be cool. Give me a second.
The best outcome would be like they do the brain rot lines when into Springtrap, and it's like first he riz your brother, then he gonna riz you symmetry.
That would suck.
It would even laugh. It's gonna be the in the flesh Springtrap. That's the killer.
In the flesh. Could you imagine?
And the survivor's like Matt from the book. Something actually, a good question that was asked on Teacher's stream just now was that, what nickname do you think would be cool for the killer? You think it'd be like, you think it'd be better as like the Springtrap, the purple guy, or like the Agni? Like, what do you think?
The yellow rabbit.
The other
Bill.
What'd you say?
Bill.
What nickname do you
Bill.
think Springtrap?
Bill.
No,
one
Phil.
One person said the attraction I saw.
The hybrid, in reference to those old theories from 2015 before FNAF 3 came out.
The salvaged.
We're almost there. We just have to listen to this same thing for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be
I'm not listening to
going to
anything.
sleep for 5 minutes.
What about the rotten?
That doesn't even last 10 freaking seconds.
I just imagine the outrage it would be if like if it was actually like the mimic of Vanessa. People would be like, what the fuck?
Right, they already played this.
Something's wrong.
Reusing your ads, shaking my head.
Very wrong. How can this be happening?
Blackstone will be reborn.
This is not. No, that's not FNAF. Did they forget that only that exists in the world?
Exactly, that's like the only important thing ever.
It might be like newsletters.
Scan the QR code. 3 minutes! Ah, Ecos Boom is streaming.
When's the Ecos Boom collab happening?
Yeah, what? Yo, Ecos Boom, I know you're watching. I'm just kidding.
Yo, what are some other games you'd want to see FNAF collab with?
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Wait, what was your question, NTAlterra?
Yeah, I said, what are some other games you'd want to see FNAF collab with?
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I don't really know how
This
they
one's
do that,
this one would be very generic and very like obvious, but I really do think Poppy Playtime would go well with FNAF.
Well, I mean, you'd have to. My thing is with that is like you'd have to just that. Like, what if? I mean, like it could just be non-canon, but like, what would they be doing in like the same universe?
Well, I mean, I assumed it would.
Well, I mean, in the same vicinity, I should say. I mean, theoretically, they could exist in the same universe, but you know.
Like, I don't understand that, because no matter what it collabs with, it's not going to be something that's in the same universe anyway.
No, but I mean, like,
1 minute.
Dead by Daylight has an excuse for characters, like a canon excuse for like how characters go from one universe to a different one. Like, I don't think like Bendy or Poppy Time has that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was thinking more so other games that do collaborations, not just like one other
Smash?
game you want to see come together. Oh, yeah, I guess.
I never played Smash in my life, but I know people
Me
really
neither.
want Freddy Fazbear. 15 seconds.
Oh man, I just,
Mike Brightguard reveal in 10 seconds! I'm just kidding.
And waiting for another 30 minutes.
Alright, now we're gonna get a new timer set up. That's gonna be 30 minutes.
Imagine the timer ends and you just saw like a new one fade on screen. It's 30 minutes.
That'd be so funny.
It'd be so funny. There's a gunshot in the background.
Oh no, that wasn't in the background. That was me getting sniped. It's just
And now it's just-
now it's just starting soon.
They just got rid of the timer, guys.
Dun, 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 dun. Who's been playing Dead by Daylight the longest?
I've never played in my life.
Hudson Survivor soon.
I got the game in 2016.
Oh, so you're an OG, huh?
I haven't played it since 2023 in August, but I got the game in 2016.
Bruh, this is so stupid.
Okay, in defense, these streams do require a lot of people because, like, the way you have like multiple rooms, different camera shots. Like,
Isn't everything pre-recorded though? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I don't think it's all pre-recorded. They
This might be the best one yet.
I thought it was.
9 years of fear, huh?
Very strong focus on quality of life.
I found Dead by Daylight.
Hudson Survivor soon.
Thank all of you.
Is that Hudson?
No.
No, that skeleton head right there.
Watch it like fade back to stream starting soon.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, credits. Stream's over.
All right, guys, we pack it up.
Oh, it's not pre-recorded. Okay, that's my bad then.
Why can't I hear anything?
Hi.
Oh yeah, that's probably why it was taking so long. They're doing this at PAX as well.
Wait,
I
am
don't
I?
usually do that.
Wait, am I?
Show for
Am I
it.
sharing the audio for the stream?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That,
Yeah, wait, maybe it's just
there's still room.
me.
Pyramid heads at the back there. Oh wow. Hi.
So in the biz, they call that a hype trailer. Seems that it worked. I felt pretty hype coming out of that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary live stream spectacular from PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite events every year, but I haven't been here for a good decade. What's happening? I don't. Oh, is the unknown? Is the unknown here? It's a great event. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts. But for some reasons out of our control, we haven't come for a number of years.
Yeah.
There was a global thing that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, PAX has always been very special
Yeah.
for us. It's not only is it an amazing place to be, it's just awesome to be with our people here, but it's where it all began for us, right?
It is.
9 years ago, we had the smallest little booth you can get in the corner there, and then we showed our little game to people. We didn't have much back then. We were a team of 30 people. We had a dream.
Oh,
we
wow.
had stars in our eyes.
Look at that. Wowzers.
Oh, Jiminy Jillikers. But we had this little gem of a game, this strange asymmetrical multiplayer game where 4 people are trying to escape a nightmare while someone is trying to murder them all. And somehow it resonated. People understood what we were bringing, and it worked.
It worked indeed. And you know what? We dove right into it. If no one knows, you should be ashamed. But this man right here, his name is Matt Cote, our head of partnerships on Dead by Daylight. And my name's Eric Pope. I'm the community director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm very happy you're here. So as Matt was saying, PAX specifically is very important to DBD. And Matt, I don't know if you know this, we've gone back to the archives, not those archives, our archives. We've gone back to our archives, calm down. And we found a little clip of Matt from the very first one. So why don't we roll that?
How many killers, how many survivors are you hoping to add? A lot more, or?
Yes, many, many more. The idea has always been when you start the game, you don't know who you're up against, you don't know what powers are going to be facing you, you don't know which map you're going to be in, and the other survivors, you don't know what abilities and perks and whatnot they're going to bring.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Not sure what was up with my eyebrows back then.
Let's have a hand for Matt's eyebrows. 2016
Yeah, I saw
eyebrows
that.
were very bushy.
No, it's someone wearing a like a hat or
I
something.
think the team delivered on what you said, and now we are in a place where we have 38 killers. 38 survivors, 45. Jesus, I have it backward. 38 killers, 45 survivors, and
insane.
1 billion perks.
About 1 billion perks, and so many really, really awesome licenses that came to join us over the years.
Yeah, so I think you have always said it's kind of a love letter to the 70s and 80s horror movies that we all love. What really kicked it off on the partners licensing side was Mr. Michael Myers, right?
Yes, Halloween. There are a few here, I believe. Halloween was the very first time we brought in some legends of horror.
I remember when that first came out.
Yeah, Leatherface, Chucky, Alien,
Ghost.
Well, there's your
Stranger
Chucky
Things,
Ash from
confirmation.
Evil Dead.
and on and on.
Yes, and on it rolls.
Yeah, one of the big milestones for us was probably like Silent Hill. Silent Hill was the very first time we had a video game chapter, and for us it meant quite a lot because Silent Hill and Resident Evil specifically were games that inspired a lot of us on the team to make video games, right? They were with us when we were young, and being able to work with these people to create something in our game that they were proud of, that they thought their fans would enjoy, was so validating and humbling, honestly.
We should do more with them, I agree.
Yes.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion, just a guy with opinion. I just realized, by the way, I want to apologize to this half of the room because I'm just looking over here at Matt.
That's okay, I'm looking at them.
Hi. Yeah, you get Matt's face, which is better in the end anyway. Or you can look at me up there. Sorry. So yeah, iconic licenses, Matthew. It's a nice segue, actually, to our show today. We've made add another or some?
Yes.
Well, then let's, without further ado,
what
dive into the run of
today?
show to tell you what we're actually going to talk about instead of Matt and I just rambling. So if you want to put that up on the screen, we're going to kick things off whenever you want, with Jose and Justin to talk about the upcoming content roadmap, as well as quality of life updates.
Stop it. After that, Dave and I will be back to give you more details on the next chapter, which is, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's!
What?
Yes. Yes.
They said it could never happen.
They said we shouldn't do it.
They're doing it. Doing it live. After that, we've got fan favorite Rosalie to introduce you to some amazing upcoming collections that are coming to the game.
And then my favorite, Dave, no shame on you.
No,
Dave is coming back after that, and he's going to tell you about another one of our original chapters that we're going to do that has a major twist.
It's a little spoiled on the picture right there. It says choose your own chapter, but just pretend you don't know what it means.
Pretend you can't read.
So I think that's enough. We can get things rolling now. Thank you,
I
Matt.
should just leave?
What?
I'm just going to leave now.
Well, but he's going to come back. Don't worry. Matt,
I'll be back.
Matt's not done with the show by a long shot. Thank you, Matt.
Have fun.
And now we'll welcome Justin Brown and Jose Ramos. Welcome, guys.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Jose is our executive producer on Dead by Daylight. He's a vice president as well, for people who care about that sort of thing. Justin is our senior director of product management. If you don't know what that means, he cares a ton about the game, actually. He's kind of one of the main people that my team talks to from the community team to help make changes happen in the game. And so that's why they're here, because yes, we have the content roadmap that we're going to talk about, which is cool and new stuff, but also, more importantly to me, quality of life. The Quality of Life initiative couldn't have happened without these guys.
Yes, absolutely. It is one way to do my very first live stream, so that's pretty amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I think I will. I will tell my kids that there were 12,000 people also. That's something like that. So yeah, as you said, I think we want to give you a sneak peek of our content roadmap leading us to the 10th year anniversary.
So people want the stuff before big chapter like FNAF would come in.
We will also give you an update on our quality of life efforts. As you mentioned, something incredibly important for us, hopefully for you, and we'll make sure to give you all the details.
When someone
Yes, of course. And before we dive in, I just want to give a quick
that makes
shout out,
sense.
thank you to the incredible Dead by Daylight team back home.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, though.
We're able to deliver this content and this quality, year after year.
Yeah.
Shout out to the DVD team. Watching while they work, I hope. So, sorry, that's loud. I told everyone they can go to quiet mic. I'm very loud. Why don't we talk about some of the highlights of the past year, Jose, real quickly?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of highlights, of course. I think the main focus was to bring things that you have waited for many, many, many years. I think the main one, of course, is 2v8. So bringing 2v8 to life was something that we really wanted to achieve. Cross progression is something that also you waited for a very long time and that now you can have. From a content standpoint, I think between Vecna, Dracula, Killer with a Dog, but also the very most recent chapter that we released with Tokyo Ghoul was one of the most popular chapter ever, really, that we have had, and it was quite amazing for us.
And I think you're a big anime fan, so you probably felt...
Yeah, and honestly, not only that, but the way we managed to bring the anime into the art sale of DBD, I think the team made really an amazing job. Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Shout out to our anime fans.
Many of them.
Our anime fans in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yay. I guess.
Thank you for indulging me.
But also, this chapter gave us a chance, an excuse to travel to Japan for the first time in a very long time. It was long overdue. I think Dave, Matt, and the rest of the team spent really quality time with them, and that's really what we want to do a bit more, spending time with our community, going to events like this one, and more to come. We went Scotland recently, we went Sao Paulo for Gamescom, LATAM just last week.
So people are
again, we will be there in more events to come.
And
they're doing more than
skins.
skins.
Actually, we did
Matthew
release another
was
chapter
asked,
after Tokyo Ghoul just this
on,
week.
The King's live stream.
With the unshakable
I've never, it was like months ago, but I think he just looked at the camera and was like, we're calling it a chapter.
And though
so
I imagine most of you have seen it already, we're still...
Yeah, I remember that as well.
To watch her amazing trailer, so...
Bro, FNAF fans are still pessimistic.
I got you. You're gonna be alright.
Internally, he's probably thinking behind the sheet like, are you people fucking stupid?
Yeah, for real.
We're gonna get the most biggest collab Nico's ever had and just add a skin that.
Yeah, it's gonna be skins,
This cannot possibly be real. My name is Aurella. I'm here to help.
Yeah. We got to do a lot of fun teasers for Aurella, so it was really cool to see people kind of fall in love with her before they even knew who she was. So we know people like teasers. We've heard that, so we're going to try to keep doing more teasers in the future. So thank you. And one last thing about Aurella, actually, I think you see it on the screen right now. Very, very, very happy we're able to do this. We're running a charity initiative right now based on Aurella with the St. Justine Foundation in Montreal. They help sick kids. So it's running already in-game. It's going until the 27th of May. All you have to do, if you haven't already, is purchase one or both of those beautiful outfits in the game with Orxels, please, Orxels. And 100% of the proceeds are going to that amazing foundation, which was important to us. It's a local one in Montreal. Thank you. We actually have a twist coming up in that campaign, too. Stay tuned. Aurella marks the last release of the Year 9 calendar. So we're going to dive in now to the year 10 calendar, Justin.
That's right, and this is the time when I try to bite my tongue and not give you guys any spoilers. Sorry. I will say we have 5 chapters. 3 will be licensed, 2 will be original. Of course, the next chapter you guys already know. It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. June or July? Probably July.
It's a killer and a map, but Dave and Matt are going to be up to talk way more about that just after us. We're going to follow that up with another licensed chapter that will feature 2 iconic survivors. I won't reveal who they are today, but you guys are going to love it for sure. And then finally, we're going to end
come out the
summer
same month
with
as
an
Secret of the
original chapter,
Mimic.
first one of the
That's
year.
kind of weird.
It's going to be on one of our favorite themes, which is folklore, Asian horror folklore specifically. It is going to be one of the most gruesome chapters we've ever released, so we cannot wait to get it in your
long
hands.
distance between like
messy.
the reveal stream,
Very
the PTB, and
we will
release.
close out the year with one big licensed chapter with not one but 2 survivors. And the last one is actually very interesting. It's a very special chapter. You see there is no killer in there, and that's because there will be a survivor, but also a new realm that we know you are going to love. I wish I could spoil more.
Oh, there's no survivor for FNAF, I just noticed.
We will talk about it in the future. And there will also be a twist on an
well,
existing
there goes
killer.
any
The
hopes
point
of Mike Frightguard
also of this is because
confirmation.
Killer requires so much effort. We again want to give enough space and room to the team to be able to work on those quality of life elements. That's very important for us that, you know, we kind of focus on that.
Yes, which thank you for the wonderful segue, Jose. So for some of you, of course, the content is what drives you and excites you, the new content that comes to DBD. But I also think for a lot of you, and myself included, who, you know, I talk to the community every day, the quality of the game, the quality of health of the game is just as important as the new stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Like I said earlier, I'm really psyched that this is being prioritized. As Jose just mentioned, we've even taken the decision here and there to adjust the schedule of the year's releases based around doing more work on quality of life. So, Jose, why don't you take it away?
Yeah. So again, success of DBD is about the community. And so this year, what we really want is to get all that feedback, to have more conversation than ever, to apply that feedback and to improve the overall experience of DBD. We think, and we're going to show with some details, that we have made great progress, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to meet some hiccups. The last release that we just had, we know has brought bugs on some of the killers, and that's something that we want to react very quick on. There is a lot more to come that, again, we are going to give a lot of details on.
Yeah, and just to mention on this week's release, maybe a little rocky, we are holding our hot fix schedule a couple extra days so we can get more fixes into it. Still coming next week, hoping to fix as many of the bumps in the road that we ran across with this week's release.
Of course, and if you've watched the live streams over the last couple of years, this is the moment when I would usually tell you about the 4 pillars we based our roadmap on, but this year we're doing things differently. It's all around one central North Star, which is to make sure that Dead by Daylight is respecting our players' time. And so all of our focus is really about delivering on that promise to you guys as the players.
Yes, and actually I want to mention we've already started rolling out the quality of life stuff. The first major feature of it was the abandoned feature, which went out last release. It was pretty well received. We got also a lot of great feedback on how we can tweak it to be even better. So it's been a cool way to kick off the initiative with a big feature that helps to address some issues.
Of course, and the most recent release, I mean, despite some of the issues that you know are already there, we did fix some critical issues. The skill check release window, which had been sort of a plague for a long time, finally resolved. The unhook spam exploit resolved. We also finally added perk previews, which we had tested a long time ago, not to be confused with seeing your survivor teammates perks, which is something we'll do later in the year as well. And then the sort of controversial quest system, we do plan on monitoring that. The intention is never to make it more grindy. In fact, it should be the opposite, if anything. So we're going to look at the numbers. We're going to see if there's tweaks we have to make on the quest system. But we're really happy that you can finally make progress on more than one quest in a match, in addition to removing that awkward pain point you've probably all experienced where you load into a match and then say, oh no, I already completed my last quest, now I can't make any progress on any quest in this match. So that's finally removed and resolved with this new quest system.
Cool, so we've got an asset we can put up on the screen to help us for the next section.
Yes.
There it is.
So a bunch of stuff in that screen. I'm not going to go through it all, but a few ones that I really want to highlight is everything you see in blue. So in green is what we have released. In blue is what is going to actually be released just in June. So very, very soon around the corner. And a few ones that I wanted to highlight. One is, for example, the gamma setting. We know that it can be tough when it comes to the darkness level of some map, and being able, especially for console players, to be able to deal with those gamma settings is, again, going to go a long way. The go next prevention is quite important. Encouraging survivors to not give up at first hook is really something that we want to fix and improve. And one last one, sorry, that I wanted to discuss a bit more in details is the bulk blood point spending. I was watching the stream of one of my favorite content creators just a few days ago with the release of Orella. She was super excited, saved millions and dozens of millions of blood points. And it takes a while. It takes a long time to spend those blood points. So being able to spend them in a matter of a few seconds is, I think, again, a small step for DBD, massive leap for DBD players for sure.
And this is how we find out I'm not your favorite content creator? Wow. Sorry. Wow. No, that's great. I've had a few people come to the booth here at PAX just talking about the bulk blood point spending too. So glad that that's almost here.
Almost there. Oh yeah, no, actually there is another one, which is custom game improvements. So this one is actually, for me, a cool story. Is we had...
custom match, yeah.
Custom matches.
Can you move the mic? You move the mic when you talk. I want to make sure everyone hears Jose. Custom match improvements.
Custom match improvement, yes. We had a really great conversation with tournament organizers, with some content creators, in order to understand what they really wanted. And the list was really good, but then we asked, but what is the top priority that you have? Because we want to make sure that we will be quick to deliver on this. And we have identified those, and they wanted to move from 1 spectator slot to 5 spectator slots. They wanted to have hotkeys to be able to shift pretty easily from one player to another, and we are going to bring those things right into this June release as well. So happy to go fast on this one.
Yeah, and of course that's not where we're going to end with custom match. That's just what we're delivering in June. In the future, throughout the year, we're going to add more customization options to custom match, including the ability to start selecting limited time event modes in custom match specifically, which will be very cool.
What about 2v8? Can that be in custom match too?
Yes, it will include 2v8 in custom.
Oh yeah. Dave liked that one. Or maybe that was Matt. So we built this list. My team got to be really involved in building this list.
When they showed the list, they didn't show new survivor for FNAF.
Years, some of these things. And we're going
they
to
only
continue
showed
doing
new
that.
killer and
So
new
continue
map.
giving us your feedback, even as they're released, like the abandoned feature. We know you don't get it one and done. We want to iterate and make them as good as they can be. So keep that up. It's not just lip service. Your feedback is super, super important.
It always does. Okay.
And now, phase 2. We've already talked about stuff that people generally knew about. Now we can get into the second half of our quality of life initiative.
Yeah, of course. And so phase 2 is meant to take us through to the end of the year and even beyond. And we are going to deliver a little bit more than we had even previously communicated on. So
I just didn't see it pop up. Like, when they were showing the release schedule, I saw, like, on all of them would say if they had a new killer, a new survivor, a new map. I just didn't see that for the...
We will actually give you more details in the coming weeks and in the coming months. We want to do it right. It's something that we want to carefully craft, and we want to also discuss more with our community and our content creators to make sure, again, we do it right. There is things like the keyboard and mouse support that we are going to bring actually in the summer, along with balance changes for map and keys that you are going to give us more details on.
Right, so map and keys, for the longest time, we've had 5 survivor items, of which only 2, maybe 3 have...
Wait, when there is a new chapter, does it usually have a story?
Sort of semi-relevant map and key items for a long time. We wanted to give survivors a big update. We always update killers. We don't do a lot for survivors. We're going to change that. Map are going to change to basically a consumable version of Windows of Opportunity, if you can imagine that, which is very cool. And then keys are going to focus on revealing the killer's aura. They will still open the hatch. And there's also going to be some new gameplay related to the chests that the keys take.
Ooh.
Ooh, people like
this
that.
next one's also going to be an ooh.
Yeah, I guess so. So in addition to bug fixes, there's a bunch of things we're super excited to tackle. The first, probably the biggest, is an MMR revamp. We've been hearing you guys complain about it for a long time. we really want to focus on making sure that MMR takes into account the actions you take in a game and how you play, as opposed to the current black and white, just survive and kill. So that's going to be a really big change coming to MMR. We've heard it. We're excited to deliver that. We're going to
MMR revamp, people.
Yippee.
If you don't know what that means, it's matchmaking ranking, and it'll help with matchmaking when we fix that.
Yeah. For the first time ever in an update, we're going to introduce a new survivor item this summer, which will be very cool, right in decor. It'll be exciting. Of course, we're bolstering our anti-cheat measures because that's always a problem. We're going to start showing you queue time, estimated queue time, which we don't do right now, which will be great.
Yes, I heard that, damn it.
And as much as we all love 2v8, we all know that there's one very,
he was
very,
like,
very
I'm not
big
going to let
problem
people
with 2v8,
cheat.
and that's
You're
how
like,
long
damn
you
it.
have to wait as a killer to get into a match, 12, 13, 14 minutes sometimes. Not on the next iteration, but the one coming in the summer, we're going to introduce a play while you queue feature. So you can queue up as killer. While you're queued up as killer, you can play matches as survivor in 2v8. While you wait, it'll hold your spot in line. You come back to the lobby, and you're ready to queue up as your killer. So you don't have to just sit there and look at the lobby screen for 12, 13, 14 minutes anymore.
Just a note on that, that's coming very soon.
Yippee. I guess.
It's coming very soon, but not in the next iteration of 2v8, which is even ultra soon. So the next 2v8, just so your expectations are set. Okay, one last thing, we do need to wrap it. I got the wrap it up signal about 5 times now. If you're a content creator in the audience, we also have some quality of life for you. We are overhauling the Dead by Daylight creator program completely.
Wow.
And that's going to include what's called a support a creator system, which maybe you know from other video games. It allows you to support your favorite creator. The idea is that is be a wide way for pretty much any deserving creator to be able to work with us, get stuff from us, and get rewarded. So stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot more about that in our next broadcast later this month or next month. And I do need to wrap up now, guys. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
You
you.
wanna say?
Thanks, everyone.
All right, y'all know what's next.
Yep.
I think you okay for me to go?
Yeah, go for it.
I think some people here want to hear about Five Nights at Freddy's. So we are going to let that happen and bring out Dave and Matt to tell you all about it. Thank you, everybody.
All right, finally.
Hello, PAX.
Isn't it awesome to be back here?
It's amazing to be back here. It's nice to see you, even though I don't see quite well. It's nice to see you in person. Also, hi to everybody watching us online. And shout out to all the cosplayer. I've seen some of them. They're amazing. Especially Mr. Unknown somewhere there. Amazing. But I don't see anything, so, right?
After.
Right.
All right, so of course being here is pretty special, and we're here, it's perfect that we're here to announce and to reveal a little bit more of our top requested, of all time of the history of Dead by Daylight, the top requested license.
Yeah, so Five Nights at Freddy is our next chapter, as we've said. It is one of those crazy games. It's such an amazing story. They released about 10 years ago, just like we did. It was one of the first little indie horror games. Today, it is a gigantic behemoth of a game and universe, actually. And we are thrilled to have Five Nights at Freddy's universe finally come into the fog.
All right.
So, of course, the team has had a blast creating this chapter. It's such an amazing universe to explore. And I just wanted to say really quickly that, we do survey. We survey our community to know what you want out of licenses and content, and we listen to it. And Five Nights at Freddy's has been the top of the list for the longest time. Yep. So finally,
I can verify that so many times.
So what are we
I heard the
doing
news of
with Five Nights at
Five Nights at Freddy's
okay,
on the survey list. It was
let's start and reveal our new killer.
Yeah.
Let's
show that bad boy.
They're doing the reveals. Oh, it's...
wasn't obvious.
In case you didn't. Springtrap the killer confirmed.
Yo, that's cool art.
That is sick.
You like that?
Now,
okay.
What they typically do is they might not do it.
Well,
but
thank you for
they
that.
typically
So
do have like a
I
gameplay
guess
showcase.
I guess we made the right choice.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it was obvious to us too. Of course, Springtrap is the ultimate villain of the series, and for the first time ever, you'll be able to be in the suit. Isn't that amazing? You'll be the killer. You'll be Springtrap.
He will be known as the animatronic in our game.
Absolutely, yes. So
The animatronic.
the animatronic. Today we won't go into the power or the perks. Yeah, we're not revealing.
Sorry.
We're not revealing a lot, but
yeah, sorry. I'm in a call.
we'll show some screenshots later, and if you watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're
not
adding
doing a
on
gameplay
top
show.
of the killer a very interesting survivor and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter that will appear every time you play as Springtrap.
Interesting survivor mechanic.
So you might get a clue about this. So obviously, we will reveal more of that in a couple of weeks.
There's certain killers that their thing is
but
that
I want to say that
can't
the power
survive
and the
the rest of
perks
you. For
are
example,
really authentic
the pig from Saul,
the universe.
you get like a
of
bear
Final
trap on your
Fantasy.
head. You gotta take it off. That's
Yes. Now, one of the other ways that we like to bring authenticity to the content that we create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really cool ones as we release this, but there's one we absolutely need to talk about today. A legendary outfit for Springtrap that we will have will be taken directly from the movie, and we're going to show a little thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
told you. The yellow rabbit.
Is that map? All right.
No way.
That looks sick.
That looks cool. I was not expecting that direction.
So,
canonical villain map.
Of course, you may have noticed on screen there, this is the yellow rabbit from the movie as portrayed by the absolutely talented Matthew Lillard. So we...
Hell yeah.
It's fine. Get it out. Not only are we going to have his pretty face in the game, but he was nice enough to record all the voiceover for the characters.
Oh! Oh,
that's exactly what I said when I heard that.
That's...
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do.
Oh my
God!
God.
The way I get into this thing is I do like an ape thing. So hold on a sec. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Fun.
He is such a cool guy.
So as you've seen, there is no survivor in this chapter.
Okay, that's a
but yeah, but
I think we're getting lore
there
in
is
this
a map.
chapter. I think you're getting lore.
Yeah, thank you. We couldn't do this without, of course, the iconic location of Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria.
So it's FNAF 1, I'm guessing.
You have things?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Official outside look of a FNAF 1, too.
So we took inspiration from the first game. So you know, most of it. So instead of looking at it through camera, you're actually going to walk in it, and it's filled with Easter eggs, surprises, and of course jump scares.
Hey, they even...
Amazing.
And there's also one fantastic. Oh well, I'll let you
there's a
react to this a little bit
freaking
more. I think.
Hey, it's the ball pit.
It is cool. It's an awesome map. The team did great. Can't wait for you to play into it.
You're right.
So there's also something very, very cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding with this chapter. We will have a separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
And that's something that's going to be present for every upcoming map in the future also.
Yeah, let us know if you actually like the feature, and that's what we'll do. All right.
I mean, if everybody hates it, we'll
like,
take it out. But
the more maps they add, more hard is to get them.
We try to listen, is what I'm saying.
What else?
Well, I think we're actually out of time on this one, so it's okay. There's going to be a big stream. Also, you should know, especially there might be a few people here who are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy that do not know Dead by Daylight so well yet. So go check out our socials, check our newsletter. We will be teasing quite a lot and giving a lot more information in the weeks leading up to the actual release.
Okay.
So right now, Dave and I will scoot. Dave will be back later, don't worry. And right now we'll leave the room to Rose and Eric to take you through some of the really cool collections coming this year.
Wow. Already trending on Twitter, Springtrap, Matthew Lillard, Dead by Daylight.
Alright, I want to look at the stuff they showed again. So, around here is the teaser. Yep.
Show that bad boy.
Where do you think that is, that room? Like, is that the safe room, or is that just, like, some weird other spot?
Might be some other spot. Looks like I mean, I was going to say storage room, but technically the safe room is a storage room.
Yeah.
But, no, it can't be, because the doorway looks normal. The safe room is like a secret wall.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Let's show that bad boy.
So it's some storage. It's a storage room then. Yeah. You're right.
Also, I realized we're getting models of the main gang as well.
Yeah. Do you think they'll be able to move, or think they'll just be on the stage the whole time?
Come on, Mytani.
What am Mytani doing?
He says it wasn't Springtrap, yawn.
Yeah, he's rage baiting. And then they showed.
You like that?
Yeah, this is.
That looks amazing.
This is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And this as well.
Yeah.
Where is this? It's like in the woods or something. Or is this just outside the pizzeria?
I think it's outside the front of the pizzeria.
Why do they just have a campfire outside the... like, right outside of the place? Yo, Mytani, did you see the reveals?
I did.
And then I want to listen.
That's so cool.
I love that they actually got Matthew Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually amazing that they did that.
Exactly what I said when I heard that.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do.
Yeah, look at the
stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this thing is I do like an ape thing. So hold on a sec.
Give me the chat. Doesn't look cute.
Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
Actually sick. And then
yeah.
Look
and
at
it's at Freddy. It's at FNAF 1. Yes.
Yeah. There's
I actually way prefer it to be at FNAF 1. Like I actually really like that.
There's Springtrap stalking the survivor.
But it's giving us elements of the FNAF 1 location we've never seen before, like an arcade. We're also getting the ball pit even.
Just like FNAF 1 friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have that in my room, the thing my mouse is hovering over.
So wait, is this like the final, like, official location of what FNAF 1 Freddy's actually looks like?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's based on the movie. That's what it looks like.
I mean, they just said it was in the game,
looks like
though.
it's a mix of both, essentially.
I just realized this is gonna be the goriest thing visually FNAF ever does, probably.
Probably.
I'm gonna be one of them, but I'm waiting for people to turn all their profile pictures to be like the art.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be doing that very, very soon.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
So,
See,
like,
look, it's the ball pit.
So are, like, the animatronics gonna be there? They're just not gonna be moving?
That's what I'm guessing, yeah.
Looks like the ball pit is in the arcade, though, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely a different layout, but you know.
Well, in the movie, it's also in the arcade.
Yeah.
It's an awesome.
So that's pretty much everything they showed for FNAF. That's pretty sick, though.
I'm totally getting this game.
Draz making fun of people who are gonna change their PFPs, yet he does the same thing.
I literally just said I'm gonna be one of them.
Oh, wait, you're one of them?
He's one of them.
This guy.
Draz is one of them. All right. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.